we're here.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a very rare Sunday edition of the Primetime Gorehounds on this lovely Sunday afternoon on June 23rd, 2024. Summer has just begun. Hoping everyone has themselves a great weekend. I'm Primetime James Thomas here with the Gorehounds of Paul Burke, watching 28 days later. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. My neck. Oh my God. Yes, 28 days later. Came out 2002. I was 9 when this movie came out.
I
Yes,
was
indeed. Yes.
18.
Nice. But Paul, how have you been?
Chaotic week. I lost a whole toenail plate. Been trying to get a few things organized for stuff that's happening later on in the year, and just been focusing on my photography stuff because it seems like since I've been doing photography for like just going about places and doing it on my on going to local music venues and getting photos of the bands, it seems like people are taking notice. So I got a couple more photography sessions set up with a few more bands through the summer. So some of them fall on a Friday, but I'll still be here to do a show the moment they're done. I'm gonna like try and run as fast as I fucking can to try and get back here and do a stream show. But yeah, it's been a good week. Hectic, bit painful, but it's been all right. And plus, start of summer, so got the cooling fans on.
Don't talk to me about being painful.
Well, yeah, I know you had a busted nose. I know.
Okay, thank you. All right, so but yeah, it's been a pretty crazy week for me too. Just had a show last night. Body is feeling it. I feel absolutely miserable right now, but you guys better be grateful I'm even here to do this shit, because promised to do a Sunday show. Despite the fact that I'm battered and bruised, I'm still here, you bastards. All right, so yeah, 28 days later, which will go on to be 28 weeks later, and the newest one 28 months later.
28 years.
I am 28 years later. Has there ever been 28 months later?
Originally the third one was going to be called 28 months later, but because of a lot of the production issues that was going on, this is why it's been in development hell for the last like 18 years. Because as you know, Columbia and Sony now owns the rights to this movie. Danny Boyle's back on board to direct the next one. Cillian Murphy's going to be back in it. They say this is going to be the start of a whole new trilogy if this one proves to be successful. And from what I understand, the budget on this one is going to be $75 million. So this is going to be a pretty big movie. But the fact that we're even getting a third one, it's a miracle.
Yeah, because I honestly thought after 28 weeks, I thought that was going to be it. But because it's been so long since we've seen it. But I remember liking this movie. I remember, but then not shortly after this, Dawn of the Dead came out and completely overshadowed this movie. But yeah, I remember liking this film. Kind of, the set in Britain, the British style of filmmaking. Had a theatrical release. What did it do in the box office? Do you know?
Yeah, I can tell you. This movie cost about $8 million, but it went on to make $84 million worldwide.
Yeah, so it was a hit. And of course, Cillian Murphy is in this, who of course will go on to be. I know he's been in other stuff, but I know him as Scarecrow from the Batman films, and Red Eye.
Yeah. He was also in that TV series Peaky Blinders, and recently he nabbed a lot of awards for playing as Oppenheimer.
Oh, yeah, he was an Oppenheimer. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. So yeah, so he's going to have a really successful career. So and one of them, and he is in charge of probably one of the greatest third acts in horror movie history. He leads the charge of that.
Yes, he does.
So yeah. So I'm ready to get this started. Are you?
Hey, bring the rage. Let's do it.
All right, here we go. And we're 3 seconds in, right where we see the 20th Century Fuck Faces logo.
Fox Searchlight.
Fox Search 26. Same umbrella. Fuck them both. All right. So we usually you watch along with us. We give our thoughts and analysis and reactions to the movie. Of course, you can watch alongside with us live or in the archive. Completely up to you. Don't forget to leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section. And we go 3, 2, 1, play. When we say play, you press play. In 3, 2, 1, play. We say play for the ball. I know what you're about to say was going to happen, but go ahead.
Well, if you don't press play, a drop of blood to the eyeball is going to be fatal.
I thought you were going to say something else, but okay, never mind. All right, so here we go. In 3, 2, 1, go.
Here we go. We're in. But yeah, I remember when I first knew about this movie, I was actually in the cinema watching Blade 2 at the time, and there was no poster to this.
Great sequel.
Yeah. I mean, there was no poster to this movie. There was no indication of this happening. Nothing. They just dropped the trailer right out of nowhere. And I remember the trailer very distinctly, where you see blank screen and it says day 1, exposure, day 3, infection, day 8, epidemic, day 15, evacuation, day 21, devastation, and then we all know what happens next.
Now this movie has caused a lot of debate amongst the people. People still argue whether or not this is truly a zombie film.
I've had these arguments with my friends too. I mean, to an extent, you could say it is a zombie film, because even though they're not technically dead, they're just people that's infected with this really nasty case of a form of Ebola meets rabies in the worst kind of way. But the fact that I guess they can still attack people like you and me, and they can infect people like you and me, they do share that zombie trait to an extent, but they're not truly zombies themselves. They're still alive like you and me, and they still die like you and me.
Right. And it's very interesting, because my idea of a zombie, the classic archetype of a zombie, is you die, then you come back to life, right?
Yeah.
We don't see anybody die. I just see these guys just pretty much infected with a case of rabies. It's pretty much what it is to me. They're just infected with rabies. It's kind of like Cujo, but with humans. That's what happened with Cujo.
Pretty much.
That's a great movie, Cujo.
Yeah, Cujo is a cool movie. I've only watched it maybe once or twice in my life, but I remember that film pretty well.
Dog, Cujo is probably the third act, probably one of the most intense third acts I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, no shit. Especially involving
when Dee Wallace is trapped in the car with her son, and she can't get out because Cujo's waiting, and and she's dying in there because it's so hot. Such a great third act.
Yeah, there's a debate going on in the chat box right now about what we're talking about with these people, with these infected. Phil here. Side note, it's ironic that the ending of Resident Evil is similar to the opening of 28 Days. Yeah, it is kind of ironic. And Blade 2 rocks. Pity Trinity wasn't. Yeah. Lou says, to me, it's kind of like they are, but they're still very subhuman. That's what you put there. But yeah, the one thing we have to point out about this movie also is that this movie did revive and reinvent the zombie genre as we know it.
Did it? Or I mean, because 28 Days, not 28. Dawn of the Dead kind of gets that credit.
Yeah, I mean, like that Dawn of the Dead remake was inspired by this movie with the way the zombies are. That's
Oh, I
right.
could
This movie,
tell. Well,
yeah,
just by how the way they started with the with the newscast all over the country. Yeah.
yeah. And this film has been listed in several best of film lists, and it's maintained a huge following. And it's ironic that when COVID hit, this movie and other movies involving pandemics ended up becoming top viewed films on streaming platforms all of a sudden. Oh, here we go.
See, this is the problem. This is the problem.
Well, yeah, I mean, like there are people out there that care about animals, and I mean, let's face it, some of the stuff that these people do to these animals go through in labs is pretty fucking
Nah,
fucked up and
fam.
horrific. No, no,
Nah,
hang on.
nah, fam.
Let me finish. Let me finish. Let me finish. Let me finish. I mean, like, it is a harsh thing, but these guys had no idea what the fuck they were unleashing. Case in point, some animals are best left in their cages because of what they're going through. But they didn't know that. They thought these were just animals being trapped for like being opened up or whatever. They had no idea this shit's about to happen to them. And how quick this person turns. That's what's most scary about these fuckers. But the one thing that scares me about these zombies the most, it's their eyes. I remember when I first saw these eyes, it gave me nightmares, dude. Especially this one shot here. See what I mean?
Yeah, it's a very intense opening.
Oh yeah.
And then and the doctor, I like the scientist here. Like he is just desperation.
Yeah.
It was just that quick. It was that quick.
And there's the words 28 days later. I think I might be ahead. Am I ahead or are you on sync?
Nah, I just now see 20 days later.
Okay, cool. And here's Killian Murphy. Well, another thing I like about this movie also is the cinematography. The fact that they didn't use a conventional movie camera. They used I think it was a Canon ZX1 digital video camera, and I like
Yeah,
that style of
it's
film.
filmed. Yeah, it's filmed. It's filmed like a documentary.
Yeah, the only other films I know that have used this type of camera would be Collateral, Miami Vice,
Mm-hmm.
Public Enemy,
Mm-hmm.
and Once Upon a Time in Mexico. They use the same camera setting.
So pretty much, okay. So pretty much Michael. Michael Mann, is that his name?
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty much Michael Mann took this style and pretty much made it his own.
Yeah. And I do like that kind of style of camera work. I mean,
Oh,
don't
it
get me
does
wrong. I mean,
because it feels again. It feels like a documentary. You know.
and it feels organic. I mean, look how natural and organic Collateral looked. I mean, look at Miami Vice specifically, especially with the gun battles. You actually hear authentic gunfires and not like some sound that was put in post production.
Now you cannot tell me. Now I will say this: Walking Dead clearly got inspiration from this shit.
Well, you know it's funny because the Walking Dead comics came out a year after this movie.
Okay, yeah, because it clearly got inspiration. Because this is exactly how Walking Dead starts.
Yeah. I think even Robert Kirkman said that he was inspired by this movie when he started writing the book.
Like, come on, like the guy waking up in the hospital and there's nobody there.
Can you imagine waking up in a situation like this?
Oh, I will say, like this movie, like this, like him walking through the city. There's such a very eerie and creepy and here's my words, moody and atmospheric. It's like, and it just
Yeah.
makes you wonder, like, what the fuck happened? Like
Yeah.
you've been in a coma and there's nobody around.
Nobody. Like, there's just not a soul in sight.
Like that's not normal. That's not supposed to happen.
Here he is drinking some cans of Pepsi, and I see cans of Tango on the ground, which, by the way, is one of my favorite drinks, I might add. I've got a bottle of that here right now.
And God knows how long this has been abandoned. Like we don't know yet. Because again, it took Again, 28 days for the world to go to shit.
Well, this country, it was predominantly this
Oh,
island
this
because
country, yeah.
yeah, it had nowhere to go. So all of Britain was completely fucking decimated within 28 days. And another thing about this, I mean,
That is insane.
you know what's crazy about this scene, right? You know when we were all in lockdown and the only time we got to go out anywhere was to get food, right? When I was walking
Mm-hmm.
down the streets of my town, the first thing that came to my mind was this scene because I was looking around and there was nobody, nothing, just birds. And my imagination kind of went into overdrive, and I was thinking to myself, if I see a bunch of people with red eyes hurtling towards me, I am fucked. Oh, and this scene here, how they did this. Apparently they did this very early in the morning, and in the weekend in London, everybody's just left the nightclubs. They've gone and bought their kebabs. They're pissed out of their face, hungover. They just want to go bed. So the filmmakers and the cops had to close off parts of London just so they could do these scenes in the early hours in the morning while everybody was like saying, "Come on, just fucking film. I want to go to bed, you cunt." So
That's hilarious.
yeah, I mean, like how they were able to do this minus the CG and do this like in real time. That in itself is a milestone for this movie. Because London is a very busy city, dude. I don't live in London. I'm 200 miles away from it, but I've been there. London's like New York. It's busy as shit.
Yeah, just great camera shots, great cinematography.
And the music by John Murphy.
And this completely just sets the tone for the film. It's like it's very moody, very atmospheric, it's eerie. Love it.
Because I remember when I saw this in the cinema and everybody, you could hear a pin drop. That's Buckingham Palace there. I think that's near the mall area, like a big massive roadway strip leading up to Buckingham Palace, if I remember correctly. And he's grabbing all the money. That's what I would do.
It's worthless. It's worthless, buddy. You're about to find it out really soon. It's worthless.
Yeah, he don't know that though. But he's thinking, hey, just in case. Yeah, that's definitely the mall area. So I'm trying to remember these streets. I've got to go there in a couple of weeks as well because I've got a modeling audition coming up.
Yeah, I just love the cinematography.
I think it's great.
Great, beautiful shots to start the movie off.
Yeah. Again, the way they were able to pull this off. Nowadays, it would just be done by CG, but the way they pulled this off naturally is just incredible.
I think you could still pull a scene like this off.
You're gonna have to have, yeah, but you're gonna have to need a real big budget and a lot of permits now.
That's a good point.
That's near, because there's a London Eye there, so it's Buckingham. The Big Ben's over there in the background. So this is somewhere in, I think it's in the Victoria area. And this car alarm, this made everybody fucking jump. I remember this.
If I remember correctly, is there like a point where it goes to like a church, and
yeah,
that's when
coming up
first, bro? That scene. Now keep in mind, again, when I saw this film, I was 9 years old. That scene literally gave me the creeps. When we first actually see the infected, that shit gave me the creeps.
That's Piccadilly Circus, which actually is just like around the corners where Trafalgar Square is. And all these people with the missing people sign and everything. Like, bad shit went down while he was asleep.
Yeah, that would be wild to wake up from a coma and you see all of this. I'd just be like, what the fuck happened?
Dude, I'm finding the nearest boat and I'm out of here. Whether I'm rowing or not, I don't care at this point. That is just, man.
And again, it sets the tone for the film really well. It sets the stage really well.
He's just trying to piece together what the hell is going on. Here we go. Here's that church, man.
Yes, to me this was horrifying.
Yeah, I can
The
imagine.
one place where you think you'd be the most safe, that's where you get the symbolism there is great.
Safe in a church in a zombie movie? Yeah, right. Like it says on the wall. The end is extremely fucking nice.
Extreme.
Yep. Repent! The end is extremely fucking nigh. Oh man, this here when you just see them all just laid out,
and the way how someone just kind of just pop up, just gave me the creeps.
Yeah, because they were sleeping, and he just goes, "Hello." Look at that shit. Very reminiscent to what we went through 4 years ago.
That is creepy. That is creepy.
I know, right? And we ended up living it. Well, minus the zombies. Here it comes.
Yeah, the way how they some of them just pop up, and the music that plays, the music cue.
Yeah, and they're just staring him down. Right there.
Woo!
Yeah, fuck that.
Oh God, that look on their face.
I know.
And he doesn't know. Like he doesn't know.
Well, he wouldn't know. He's been out for a month. And the way they're gagging. That's what makes
and
it
scary. And a lot of physical, physical acting that they have to do here too.
Yeah. Oof. It's those eyes, man. They creep me out. Time to go.
He doesn't understand.
Time to go. And another thing too, the fact that they can run after you.
Well, which again, they kind of, like the rabid people.
Yeah. I mean, they don't care if they're even lit up like this. And again, folks, real fire. No
fire suit.
That noise they're making. Shit. It's still daytime, by the way. You can tell they put a little night filter on the screen.
Yeah, you could, yeah.
Jesus. They will.
They just made it night. Made it night to give it that that moody feeling.
Yeah. And there goes the gas station. Again, the way they cut this together, it's just nice. And they really did blow that fucker up.
That looks like it. That was a real explosion. That looked like a real explosion.
I think it was a combination of actual explosion and CG, especially for the far away shot.
Yeah, they definitely don't do that now. Like actually blow shit up. Like no, those days are over now.
No, I think that's Paddington Station. All those lottery tickets on the ground.
Speaking of Miami Vice, she's in Miami Vice.
Yeah, funny enough, she is. Yeah, I mean,
yeah, Miami Vice. That's her. Yeah, that's her name. Yeah, she was in Miami Vice.
Ninja Assassin.
Yep, and I think she was in a movie called Black and Blue, I believe. Yeah, she's actually had a pretty good career.
Yeah, she's had a decent run after being in this movie, and I think. Stop me if I'm wrong. I think this was actually one of her first movies. Let me check. Hang on.
I think it was first time I've seen her.
Yeah, this was her first big break, and she won the Black Reel Award for Outstanding Breakthrough Performance for this movie.
Nice. How did you feel about Killian's portrayal as Scarecrow? A lot of people hated it, saying it was the weakest portrayal they've ever seen.
I thought it was all right, to be honest with you. I mean, it's not perfect, but I did like it.
As someone who's not really into the Batman lore like that, I thought he was fine. But after watching different versions of Scarecrow, I'm like, okay, I can see why some people were kind of upset.
I will say, on the recent Batman movie, I do like the Riddler on there. I just had a bottle of Tangle. Yeah, she's talking about what's going on there.
Yeah.
I mean, you could tell this on my TV. You could tell this movie's definitely aged with the camera work.
It has aged. I will say that.
Well, it's been when next year comes around, it'll be 24 years since this movie, 18 years since the last one.
It literally feels like you're watching a VHS tape version of this.
Well, VHSs were still around at the time when this came out. DVD was just new at the time.
Yeah, that's what ages this film very poorly.
So I think when the new one comes, because I know at the moment, I know that the second movie is still on Disney. I think they're trying to see if they can snag the rights there, because I know Sony's going to try and eventually get that one too, because right now they own this one. So I think what's going to happen is, I think before the new one comes out, they'll probably re-release these movies again, but on a 4K format. I can hear myself echoing, but I reckon that's what they're going to do with these two films. Maybe the smartest thing to do, right? And then eventually, when they release the third one on home video release, they'll probably bring out the whole trilogy box set on 4K or whatever. He wants to get back to his parents' house. I can't blame him at this point. Lesson 1. Yeah. Best to go out during the daytime. Because if you do it at night, not a good idea.
Yeah. I think those were the Walking Dead rules. Because the walkers mostly come out at night.
Yeah. So these things have a bit of a nocturnal vibe to them. That explains why they were sleeping in that church.
Right.
I don't know which part of London this is. I've never been there.
And just Killian's, I forget what his name is in the movie, but just his character development as the movie progresses is, he goes from this very scared, person into becoming a killer himself, damn near.
Oh yeah, we'll get there when we get there. But that transformation later on, dude, damn.
By the way, it was completely justified. By the way, too.
Oh yeah, because of what they were going to do to him.
Yes. And so, to everybody, we'll get there. But yeah.
Yeah. I mean, here's his parents' home, and we're about to embark on a pretty fucking grim discovery. Imagine this, man. You've just woken up. You've just realized shit's hit the fan. You hope your parents are still alive. You smell nasty shit. And, well, you find this. This would fuck you up. Waking up and finding out your folks OD'd.
I don't remember this part.
Yeah, his parents, like, self-deleted themselves.
Gotcha. Okay.
Because of what's going on. They didn't want to live through it. And they damn sure don't want to be one of them. So they thought, okay, their son is asleep. And hence this little, that's why they got a picture of him as a kid. And you see this bit that's written on the back of it. It says, if they'll show it. Hang on. Here you go. That's what it says on the back. It says, Jim, we're endless lore. We are sleeping. We're now sleeping with you. Don't wake up. Now he wishes he didn't.
Oh, that's very grim. But yeah. I completely lost my train of thought. I'm sorry.
I know. But imagine this. You just wake up and everyone you know, your family and friends, they're gone.
Philip here says Blade 2 rocks. A penny Trinity wasn't as good. Yes, Blade Trinity is fucking terrible.
Well, Blade Trinity was ass. Part 2 is my
Straight
favorite.
up.
The first movie's fun.
First
but
is
part 2 is my
great.
favorite.
Second one, first is great. Blade 2 is awesome. Blade Trinity can eat a dick.
Yep. Shame that they can't get this new one up and running.
At this point, just cancel it. Like, there's so many stop-start progresses with that. I'm like, just fucking cancel it at this point. If you're not gonna do it, just don't do it.
Yeah. Oh, and the story he's telling about this, what he saw in Paddington with all these people.
Like, I'm just so fucking annoyed with that shit.
Oh, I'm pretty much done with Marvel movies nowadays.
I think everybody's done with Marvel at this point. The one thing I will say, I think the Bad Boys movie kind of shows that a good majority of the movie going audience is kind of sick and tired of the Marvel superhero shit. We want to see just fun movies again.
Oh, dude, I saw Bad Boys 4. I fucking loved it. I thought it was a cool film.
Yeah, exactly. So I think hopefully this is a sign to Hollywood that, you know what, maybe we kind of just take a step back when it comes to the superhero movies.
Yeah.
Because we had like 15 years of that shit, okay? I think it's time to take a break.
24 years. Because you got to think about 26 because it started with Blade.
But I'm talking about yes, we've always had superhero films. I'm talking about when they actually became like mainstream box office successes.
Oh, that'll be since Iron Man then.
Yes.
Oh, beautiful.
Because
sunset.
because the 90s superhero films.
Yeah, dude, I love sunsets like that. You've seen some of the photos I catch of stuff like that.
Oh, sunsets are always nice.
Yeah, especially around this time of year. You know, the summer solstice we just had recently over here. I would have gone to Stonehenge and seen the sunset, but apparently a bunch of those just stop oil dickheads decided to vandalize it in the name of a protest. Wankers.
Logan says, hey guys, really good horror movie. The scene where Killian wakes up and walks around London is a work of art and film. So yeah, I agree.
Yeah, totally agree with
brilliant piece of filmmaking.
And the way that this movie, you think with a zombie film, you think you're going to see fucking chaos from start to finish. This ain't that kind of film. The sequel, in a way, is, but this one ain't that.
Well, this is a slow burn.
Yeah, but it's still a good, fucking movie.
It builds up to it, and then those to my opinion are the best films. Well, to me.
Hey, that's fine. I mean, I like slow burners too. Maybe not all of them, but there are some where I'm like, yo, this is cool, and this is one of them. Oh, this bit. Oh my god, this bit coming up. I remember turning away to grab my popcorn for just a second, and you can imagine how loud this was in a cinema screen. I fucking was like, "Fuck!" What happens? Here we go. Bang!
Damn!
That was everybody fucking jumped when that happened. I remember people were like, "Oh fuck!" I turn away
because
for a second.
it's so peaceful. It's so peaceful for a second, and then bam, right? Just
Yeah,
out of
like,
nowhere.
They saw the candlelight.
Yep. Just fucking just out of nowhere, man.
Yeah. Oh, and yeah, this bit. Here's the thing. Do you think he was bit, or did he just get caught with glass? What do you think? Because she wasn't waiting around to find out.
Hey. I ain't taking no chances.
Dude,
I'm not taking any chances.
Fine, whatever. She's right, but again, they left it ambiguous because you think to yourself, hang on, was it glass or did he get bite? Because it didn't look like a bite. She just assumed.
I mean, I would have been. I may not have been so quick. I ain't been so quick to kill him, but I don't blame her at all. I
don't blame her either. But they left
because the second you get infected, like it takes seconds.
Yeah, about 10 to 15.
All right, so maybe I probably would have waited like 10, 15 seconds.
Yeah, if you saw me spazzing out, then
the moment I see you tick, you're done.
Well, I'll be doing the same if it was you. I ain't fucking around with this shit either.
I would hope so.
Well, I'm not having you running around like one of them things. Fuck that.
Yeah. Well, what she just said, I saw it in his face. He knew.
Fair enough.
She said, I saw it in his face. Like, well, there you go. That's justification right there.
Yeah. It's still daylight. I can tell by the reflections, bro. Yeah, high-rise apartments. There's plenty of those in London. I think that one's been torn down now.
Ain't that pretty dangerous considering the infected?
I know, right? Because I mean, they can easily like figure it out how to get there. But then again, if this place is like properly barricaded like that, I don't think it'll be a problem.
Okay.
That's a lot of shopping trolleys. They got stolen from Asda somewhere or Tesco's. Plenty of those shops around. But yeah, I think this high-rise apartment, I remember in the commentary to this, they said it was one of those abandoned ones that was due for demolition anyway, so they decided to use it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, why not make the most of it?
This is so dying light when I see this. And record. Think about it. The stairway.
Hey, where do these stairs go? They go up.
Where else are they going to go? Oh, it's funny because I remember when we were in the cinema and as soon as he asked for what kind of drink there is, I remember my mum and my friend was looking at me going saying, yeah, you drink a lot of that, don't you? I'm like, oh, shut up.
Oh, shit.
Well, it's my favorite soft drink, man. Come on. I'm a fucking tango fiend when you see a bunch of those around. She's right. You have too. If you don't have a lot to eat, then that will happen. You only tangle, and then that scream coming up. Ready? That. Here they come. You better hope you're athletic when it comes to running up these stairs. Shit.
These are some athletic. Yeah, some very agile ass infected.
Well, I think because they're so amped up with rage, their adrenaline goes into overdrive. Because look how they're able to withstand being on fire. Here's Frank, played by Brendan Gleeson, I think his name is. He's an
Did
Irish
he pass away or is he still alive?
This guy?
Yeah.
I think he was in a couple other films as well, yeah.
Oh, I've seen him before.
Yeah, he was in Mission Impossible 2. He was in Gangs of New York.
Gangs of New York. He was in Safe House with Denzel.
Yep. He was also in that other film that Colin Farrell was in called In Bruges. That boy just throwing away a ragdoll.
Yeah. Once you see his face, you see his face, you recognize him. You've seen him before.
Like I said, he's an Irish actor, but he plays the London accent pretty well. Would love to know where he got all that body armor from. That's definitely Riot Squad stuff. Look at the toolbox killer right now with that balaclava on. But yeah, he's a well-known actor, man. He's been in several. Oh wait, he was in fucking Lake Placid. I almost forgot he was in that too.
He was in Lake Placid. Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, he has one of those faces where you've seen him before.
He's 69 right now, so count back 25 years or 24 years.
So he's 49.
Yeah, he's about my age. As for this girl here, she's 37 right now. This was only the second film she was in.
Oh, I can tell.
After this, she pursued a music career, but she hasn't been active now for 13 years in anything.
Yeah, it's probably good. It's probably good. Ever being a shitty actress.
Probably so. I mean, this was only.
She's not good. She's not good in this movie at all.
No. But Danny Boyle picked her. Oh, is that absinthe?
And
that's absinthe.
I would tell Danny Boyle. Like I would literally tell Danny, like, yo, this girl can act for shit.
But yeah, I mean, we also gotta give a shout out to some of the stuff that Danny Boyle has done as well. That guy's done several classic movies in his career. I mean, he did his first horror movie was that Shallow Graves, if you remember. Trainspotting was another one. Sunshine, you remember that one?
No, doesn't sound familiar.
It was a sci-fi movie where they had to travel to the sun to drop a payload nuke on it to kickstart the sun to reactivate it. Otherwise, we would end up dead because, without the sun, we don't survive. And of course, you may know this film if I say the name of it, but he's best known for directing Trainspotting, which is a classic British movie. Like you have no idea how influential that movie was down here. And then, of course, they did a sequel to it 20 years later, which that in itself was surprising. Yeah, this is true, Logan. It does make the ending better.
Man, dry shaving. Oh, fuck that, man.
That's why I use an electric shaver. I've cut my face plenty of times with the old school way. I'm just like, okay, that's it. I'm just getting a hedge trimmer.
God, look at Killian. He looks like 20 years younger.
Oh, he was.
Well, I mean. Oh, okay, you're right. Yeah, you know, it be like that sometimes. When you have the beard, you look your age. Once you actually get clean shaven, you look 10 years younger. It's the weirdest thing.
This is true. I mean, I've had a beard now on my face for about 5-10 years, and I did shave it off one time, and I remember some people saying, "Dude, you look different." And then I remember my mom was like saying, "I like you better with a beard." I'm just like, "All right, fine, I'll grow it back." I mean, I tried it for a while, but I don't know why. I kind of prefer myself with a beard. It's kind of who I am.
Yeah, so some people don't look right clean shaven. I remember when Keanu Reeves cut off his beard for Bill and Ted. I was like, man, grow it back. You look weird without it now.
I remember looking. I was like, "Dude, what the fuck? Who are you?"
Yeah. You don't look right anymore. Without a beard.
Yeah. But yeah, Killian Murphy he's 48 now. So go back 23.
28.
Yeah,
He was 28 when this movie came out.
yeah. No, 23 years. He was 25, 26 at the time.
All right, so roughly, so yeah.
Yeah.
But with that beard, he looked 30.
Yeah, he did. All these buckets. That's a lot of buckets, dude. Oh, and I can tell you right now, if you look at London here back in the early 2000s, London looks nothing like that now. There's a lot of skyscrapers there now. And then, of course, you've got those two tall buildings that we got there. We got that massive tall one called the Shard. And then you got that other building that looks like they call it the Gherkin, but to me it looks like a 300-foot penis. You've never seen it?
Oh, I try so hard not to laugh, man, but oh my god.
It's kind of true, but I remember looking at it, my mate was saying, "Hey, is that new?" But I said, "Yeah, it's just a 300-foot dick. It's ramrodding whoever's upstairs." I'm gonna leave it alone.
All right, now we're at the part where they learn that there's actually soldiers out there.
Yeah, the answer to infection is here.
Oh boy.
So now they got to do a road trip.
Yeah, 27 miles. Oh, that's nothing.
Oh, you'd be surprised, dude. Those
Well, it's like 27 miles. What 27 miles? It's what like 30, 40 minutes? Shit.
Not in heavy traffic in England, dude. We get a lot of traffic jams on our motorways. Like a 50-mile trip, which would normally take about an hour or so, would take longer. Like to travel from my town, because I live deep in the southwest of England. So to travel from my town to London, you're talking 200 miles, and that's a 4-hour ride by car. But depending on traffic and whatever, it takes longer. To get a train though, because I don't have a car, so I got to travel there by train, and that ain't fucking cheap, bro. That's like for a return ticket, you're talking 200 quid.
We need each other. We need each other. We'll never be safe in the cities. The soldiers will keep us safe. It's bad. It's bad. It's bad.
Oh, and here's our British taxis. We still have those taxis today, by the way.
I will say, the supermarket scene is probably one of the most probably one of the most unrealistic but satisfying scenes I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. Oh, that scene there with those bodies all
Ain't
piling up.
no way in hell that one grocery store would still be fully intact.
No, that's bullshit. That everything would be raided. It'd be like that scene you're seeing in the reflections. Oh, that tunnel. I've been down that
Bro,
tunnel.
this scene here, bro.
I've been in this tunnel. I've driven in this tunnel. It's it's long. It is a pretty long tunnel. It actually goes underneath one of the rivers.
Is it?
Yeah, it goes underneath one of the rivers. You know, kind of like daylight. Dead body there. Even Jim knows. He's like, nah, this is a shit idea. And this is unrealistic as shit, dude. A fucking taxi doing this. They break the damn transaxle.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, look at this. Come on. You're going to sit there and tell me a taxi's going to do this? No way.
That's just low-key. Low-key looks fun, though.
It is, I will admit. They're having fun. You can tell.
And then it gets a flat tire.
Yeah, he blew his tire out just doing this. There you go. See, I love that smoke effect that this camera delivers. You don't see that with movies like that with another camera. Yep, that is such a British response. Fuck! Yeah,
and I love how this is presented here. I love how the clue that the infected was coming were the rats. I love that.
Yeah, the rats are.
They didn't just start. You just didn't hear them. You just saw the army of rats running away. But even the rats are terrified of them.
Oh, they know an infected when they see it. They can sense it, man.
And then you don't even really see.
You can just see the.
You just see
right
the
there.
silhouettes of the infected coming. That is great.
Yeah, the way they. Oh man.
Just their silhouette.
And the way they're screaming when they're charging at these people. Here they come. Get that tire on. Look at that shit.
See, it's just their silhouette.
Dude, imagine yourself in that situation.
Feels like a video game level.
Yeah, it feels like I'm playing Dead Island right now.
Yeah, it's just their silhouette. I love it.
Yep. You better get in that car before they get there, because when they get you, they're gonna rip you to shreds. That's scary, dude. The fact that they can run.
Yeah, some good tension. Some really good tension there.
And the way that just comes right at the windscreen right here. Just
great cinematography. Yep.
Yeah. And I swear one of these zombies gets frustrated when they see them slowing down because they know they can't catch them. You watch one of them, it's like he turns around going, fuck! You watch right about there. He's like, God damn it.
But you see, that's how I say they're still somewhat human because they knew they couldn't chase the car.
Yeah.
Oh, this is so.
No way.
This is such bullshit.
No way.
But it's
No way.
Paul, you ever know how crazy I would go right now if I saw this shit?
I'm raiding the shit out of that
I'm raiding everything, bro.
I'm going to be clearing that shelf full of Tango bottles, bags of nachos, fucking bacon baps, burgers.
But, yeah, check the expiration date on these shits, though.
I don't give a shit. I've had stuff that's out of date for a few days before. I'll take it. Except for those. Fuck that.
Yeah, exactly. That is. I mean, but what are the chances?
Slim to none.
perfectly intact. Damn.
They got lucky.
Super lucky.
Yeah. Now all of a sudden, they think they're on supermarket sweep. Ooh. Hey, don't forget the bottles of Jack Daniels. Grab some of them too.
I don't think being drunk in the apocalypse is a good idea, Paul.
Well, if I'm in a high ground area and there's nobody around, then I'll consider it. But not right now. Something for later. Rainy day type thing. He leaves his card there. That's a MasterCard. Access MasterCard, yeah.
Yeah, he just leaves it. I mean, might as well. I mean, it's worthless.
Yeah, fuck it. I like this shot, the way everything looks like a painting. Look at that. That's beautiful.
That is beautiful. Man, bro, I'd be tearing. I'd be eating so many candy bars and shit, bro.
We're gonna be fighting over them, gnawing them like savages.
Yeah, it was just so oddly satisfying.
That's the crazy thing about zombie apocalypse is you get to fulfill a few fantasies.
This isn't the scene about what happens with Frank, right?
No, that's later on.
That's later on. Okay.
That
that broke my heart, man.
Oh, yeah, we'll get there when we get there.
Because you grow to really like Frank.
That scene was horrible, man.
It was horrible to watch.
I remember watching it with Lou because she went to see it in the cinema with me. I remember she just got teared up and she just went, "Oh fuck!" I had to console her at one point. Lou remembers. She'll say it in the chat if she's still awake, but she remembers. Oh, a lot of debates about this particular scene here coming up because you got this infected kid, right? And if you listen, it sounds like he's saying, "I hate you."
Uh-huh.
So it's like they're showing little hints of intelligence there.
Well, again, like I said, like that's why you have that debate. Like, are they zombies or they're still human, but just that infection of the rabies? Like I said,
Look at that. That's rough.
Oh damn! I totally forgot all about that.
This movie went there, dude. But yeah, like this.
But that's how it would be. That's how it would be. Yeah.
And I got to give Danny Boyle credit because he has the fucking balls to not hold back.
But yeah, but it's kind of like with The Last of Us, where you can't say that they're zombies.
Here he comes.
Right, but every time that man says hello, some shit pops out at him.
Yeah. All right, folks, listen. There, hear that?
I did hear that, yeah.
Because I remember when I first watched it, I thought, did somebody fuck up in the sound reel or something? But now that I think about it, I'm like, maybe they're showing hints of intelligence.
Either that, or I won't say it's intelligence. It's more so their impulses, their anger impulses coming out.
Yeah, because this infection brings everything like that to the surface, but multiply it by 100. Oh god, I just looked at that dude's hairstyle. His hair is thinning out like mine. Mine's a little bit like that.
Hey man. Hey, enjoy your youth, ladies and gentlemen. I am.
Well, I did say to my friends, and I told my mum this. I said, if my hair on the top gets any worse, I'm just going to shave the whole fucking lot off and probably put a tattoo on the back of my head.
Please do. Don't be like
I'm not doing a Reggie from
Don't
Phantasm.
don't be like Shawn Michaels, man, and
No,
just hold on to that shit for dear life.
no, not doing it. If when this goes at the top, if this gets any worse, I'm like, okay, that's it. I'm done. Some people say I might look better without the hair. Just have the beard. Oh, this location they're at right now, if I remember correctly, I think this is where is it? It says where it was. I gotta look at the Wikipedia. Hang on, because I think it was somewhere in the Manchester area. Yeah, here we go. It turns out that this location here is in Waverley Abbey, which is like a ruins area. It's in Surrey, and that's just outside London. It's a nice little spot where people go to travel and take photos. It's like a historic landmark area. Beautiful scene there with the horses.
Well, this was Walking Dead. The horses would die.
Dude,
They
we've
hate
watched The
horses in
Walking Dead.
Walking Dead.
Oh, dude, if there's an animal on The Walking Dead, they don't stand a chance. I mean, think about it. You had cows getting eaten, you've had horses getting eaten, you've had dogs getting torn apart. I think the worst
Don't
one for
forget
me was the
Shiva.
tiger. Oh, I fucking hate that scene. I ended up hugging my cat after that because it got to me that much. I hated that.
Yeah, that did suck.
I read the comics.
Shiva
I
was
knew
so
it was
awesome,
coming.
man.
Yeah, I knew it was coming, but I fucking hated it, dude. Oh, and did you hear what happened to Dog? The dog that Daryl had.
What about it?
The dog passed away for real.
Dog passed away.
Yeah, for real. Yeah.
Ah, I did remember hearing about that, and Norman Reedus actually gave like a tribute to it.
Yeah, he was gutted, dude. It felt like his guts got ripped out. The dog's name was Seven.
Ah, hey, rest in peace to Dog, man.
Yeah. They're gonna have to figure out how they're gonna explain that when he does eventually go back, because we got season
I mean,
2 of
it's easy. It's easy to explain. He just died of old age.
yeah, because we got season 2 of Daryl Dixon where he's gonna be teaming up with Carol again, and then you got Dead City's season 2 dropping next year, I think.
Yeah, you could definitely work around that. No big deal.
Yeah, it'll work. It's just a shame, man. I don't care what anyone says to me. Losing a pet is like losing a family member.
Yeah, especially when when they've been around for a long time. Yeah.
Yeah. I think he was only 9 years old. Oh man, here's the thing, right? I know they're in the middle of nowhere.
Look, I'll be telling her, man. Look, put that goddamn machete away before you hurt somebody.
Dude, I wouldn't be able to sleep out in the open in the zombie pandemic. I'd be there with one eye open, armed with a machete next to me. Doesn't want to give it a sleeping tablet.
Yeah, they are in the open. I didn't realize that. Yeah.
I couldn't do it, dude.
Yeah, I wouldn't feel comfortable.
I'd be fine in a cave.
But somebody would have to keep watch. But I guess that's what Frank's doing.
Yeah. I'd probably sleep in the taxi door with me.
Yeah, the taxi. Yeah, safe bet.
As long as nobody doesn't cut a fart. I thought for a second they did leave his ass hanging.
Man, that would have been. Listen. Hey, man.
I'd have been so pissed off right now if that was me.
That would piss me off, man.
Yeah, and then we bump into each other. Yeah, I can explain what happened. Yeah, you can fucking explain, all right? You left me hanging, you bastard.
That would be horrifying. Just you just by yourself in the middle of nowhere.
And they took all your shit.
Yeah. And the zombie apocalypse. Oh, quote unquote zombie apocalypse.
Call it a rage pandemic.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Babe Ruth. All right, this scene coming up. I'm trying to see what I'm just trying to find out, see what the filming location was here. Yeah, the scene coming up here with the M1 motorway that leads to Manchester. It turns out that they had to film that between 7 and 9 a.m. in the morning on a Sunday because they had to slow the traffic down because, like I said, a lot of people come and go around these areas between Manchester and London. And those roads are busy as fuck. So they were able to close that scene for 2 hours, and they only got 1 minute of usable footage. That's it. And again, the fact that they were able to close these roads off just to do this, again, in itself, it's just a fucking milestone for this film. Because a lot of this nowadays, you cannot close a whole stretch of road like this on a budget of just 8 million. You're going to need a massive budget and a shitload of permits just to do it now. And yeah, Manchester is, well, you'll see in the background, folks. But for those who's just tuned in, if anybody's wondering, yo, what the fuck are we watching? What's those pair of ugly red eyes you're seeing on the screen? We are watching the zombie classic 28 Days Later in preparation for the third one that's coming out next summer. Look at that, man. All of Manchester is just up in flames, bro. And something still blows up in the background. That's wild. But yeah, the scene you were talking about earlier, James, here it comes. It's coming up now. Still there, bro?
Bro, you cannot tell me. Bro, that was so Walking Dead when they're going to the Manchester. Well, it's like when Rick's on the horse riding into Atlanta.
I told you, dude, this film inspired a lot of zombie stuff.
I never noticed the similarities and the parallels until watching this movie. I haven't watched this movie in like 10 years, so.
Like I said, dude, this movie revived the zombie genre as we know it. Look at the films that's been inspired by it. Like Dawn of the Dead. Look at the comic books this was inspired by. The Walking Dead, another good example.
Okay, there may be some legitimacy to that claim. You may be right.
This movie was also, I'm going to go ahead and say it also, fuck it. This movie is also the reason why George Romero came back and did Land of the Dead. He thought, okay, zombie movies are popular again. It's time to get my feet back.
You won't give it that much credit.
Hey, a lot of people has. I'm not the only one.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Oh, God, I hate this.
Yeah,
and this is the only time we see Frank like He's been pretty calm and peaceful up to this point. And God, this is great acting by him on this whole sequence.
Yeah. Well, he thought for sure there was going to be help up here. Dude, there's nothing. Gotta go. Anywhere but there. Man. I can understand his frustration, though, because he really thought for sure he was going to get some help.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd be the same.
Now you just totally feel just hopeless.
There is no hope. Damn, dude. And the fact that there's no music, too, that makes it even more. And yeah, man, the fucking music score that accompanies what's coming up next, man. God damn it. John Murphy struck gold with this music score with this pit. I mean, even the Crow's fucking shitting on him by laughing.
The broke. Come on.
Bro, you shouldn't have kicked that fence. You should have never done this. Just think if he didn't.
This. But I didn't see this in the movie theater, but I just know the crowd. If you see this in a whole group of people in the theater, you just know they just gasped at this.
They did. I saw people go, "Oh no!" And like I said, my mom was bawling during this bit. She hated this, man. All right, here we go.
And look at that. And his last words, his last words before he freaked out was, "I love you very much." And what I love, you can tell he's trying to fight it.
Yeah, right here.
He's trying to fight from attacking them.
Oh, God. That noise. Do it. Bollocks.
And it's not very often you get like emotional scenes in a movie like this, but that one was actually very well done, very well executed.
That hurt.
It actually did hurt. I mean, his daughter's acting is not showing much emotion, but big. I can't stand her. But
it's only a
but no, she had no emotion, but she didn't even cry. Like your father just died. Like cry a little bit.
They turned him into target practice when they hit the ground.
Yeah, she should have been bawling her eyes out.
I'd have lost my shit if that was somebody I knew.
Yeah, oh God. I can't stand that bitch. I'm sorry, I don't. That was the scene, Paul, where I'm like, this woman cannot act. You cannot show emotion that your father just passed tragically.
Yeah. Oh, this mansion here, by the way, this is actually used in Trafalgar Park in Salisbury.
Like, even get the fucking Selena show more emotion. Like,
oh, dude, Selena was screaming till her voice was almost shot.
Exactly. Like, come on. Like, it literally got to a point, Paul, where I was kind of like, if she died, I wouldn't really care. If Hannah died, I wouldn't give a fuck.
Damn, dude.
I'm sorry, I don't care. She hasn't given me a reason. I care more about Frank.
Maybe this is a way of saying that she's shell-shocked by what happened. I don't know. Just a silent
Shut. The bitch can't act, Paul.
But I'm just saying it's her
She
interpretation of
can't.
it.
You know what's so crazy?
What?
Now knowing what I know, what the twist is with this army, it's funny when you look back and you notice this little small stuff, like how they kind of looked at each other, you know, when they went into the house, those two soldiers.
Yeah, I noticed that too. And one of these soldiers was a right cunt in this movie.
Well, there's always one.
Yeah.
There's always like look, Day of the Dead. Like
Bro, yeah. Yeah.
even though I kind of thought some of his shit was justified, like I understood why he acted the way he acted. He just went too far. But
the moment he blew that guy's head off.
Yeah. But again, like I said, anytime there's an army in a horror film, there's always that one that's an asshole.
Yeah. And I think I might know who this actor is. I need to look at him again, just and I'll tell you what he did.
Now, is Cillian Murphy is Selena and Hannah gonna be in it? Is it gonna be like a continuation of this movie?
Well, all I know is that Cillian Murphy is back as Jim in the new movie. I don't know if Naomi Harris is going to be in it because I do know that they've been saying that the plan for this new movie is that it's the start of a trilogy. So maybe we'll see Naomi Harris, maybe not on this one, but maybe on the next one. But it all depends on how well this one does. But I know,
of course, we got to know how these people did after this movie.
Here's the cast members I know that's going to be in it. We got Erin Kellyman, and she's an English actress who was in a TV sitcom called Raised by Wolves. We have Jack O'Connell. He was that psychotic kid in Eden Lake, if you remember that movie. Ralph Fiennes is in it. Jodie Comer's in it. Aaron Taylor Johnson, that's the guy that was in Kick-Ass. And Cillian Murphy is Jim. These are the only cast members I know that's confirmed so far. What I want to know is what happened in the time jump because, well, I don't want to spoil it for anyone who hasn't watched 28 Weeks Later.
Hold on. Wait. Who from Kick-Ass?
Aaron Taylor Johnson.
All right.
The main guy. But yeah, I'm saying, like, this one's going to be called 28 Years Later. I don't want to spoil it for anyone who hasn't seen the second one yet, because we'll probably get around to watching 28 Weeks, but I'm curious to know what the fuck has happened within those 28 years. That's the one thing where I'm like, how are we going to do this then? Because again, I know we got Alex Garland back to write it, and he's the guy that pretty much wrote this one. But Danny Boyle's back directing the new one, but he's only directing this third one. But I know they're producing the other potential two when they do happen. And that's Christopher Eccleston there. He was the guy that played Doctor Who when they brought that show back. When I was playing the captain. No, and there's Mailer. See, another thing, like I said, because they're not zombies, the scene that's coming up, well, after they do this talking bit, it's the way when Jim tries to get close to this guy, and it's the way he kind of acts. And then there's that nasty shit they do. Puke and blood. Which is one of their, as we later find out, it's one of their attack methods. Those fucking eyes, dude. I am gonna have a hard time sleeping after this. I don't know what it is about me.
The bloodshot eyes is a really nice touch.
Yeah, because if I remember correctly, the infection, the inspiration they got for it It's like a form of Ebola mixed with rabies. Oh, and I don't know if you knew this, but I just read into this. It turns out that actor James McAvery auditioned for a role as one of the zombies in this movie, but he never got it. Yeah, see this behavior I'm talking about him? It's like he's reaching out, and then the rage kind of starts talking at that point. Like a little bit of the human side try to come out there.
Yeah, like I said, they have those quick moments. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like with The Last of Us. Like there is a moment in the game when they're like it's kind of disturbing, actually. But they're crying.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about because I remember when I was playing the first and then did a stream of the second one, which you saw me playing. You can hear them like getting upset. It's like they know they're infected and they can't do nothing about it.
Exactly. So they have those moments.
Yeah. Omelets.
An omelet. Hey, you can never go wrong with a good omelet.
As long as it's cooked properly. I'm trying to.
You gotta cook it properly. Yeah.
He put too much salt in it.
God damn it.
Idiot. HP sauce there. Where's that actor I'm trying to point out? He's one of the soldiers. No, not that one. Not the one that is sitting there doing nothing. It's no, not that one. That one. The one you just saw a close-up of? This guy here? Yeah, he was in another movie that was based on an actual true story biopic. It's called Rise of the Foot Soldier, and it's about this football hooligan turned gangster called Colton Leach, and that's one of the films he's kind of best remembered for. This and that other one I just mentioned. It's actually that movie, Rise of the Foot Soldier, was actually based on the Essex gangland execution that happened in a Land Rover back in '95. If you've never seen that movie, I would advise anyone to check it. If you like a hard-hitting, like gangster type flick, definitely watch it. But there are 6 of those movies now. They should have ended it on 2, in my opinion. But yeah, Ricky Harnett, that's the guy who's playing that particular soldier. He is an absolute cunt in this movie.
Yeah, people killing people. Yeah. Look at that, you, Selena.
Yeah, I'm looking at you too. You didn't. You didn't.
Should have murdered that man.
Yeah. Oh, here they come.
I want to bury my dad.
Well, we can't do that right now because
God, oh my God!
Come on, you got to do better acting than that, girl. Come on.
There's literally no emotion. Like literally, this fork I'm eating my salad with has more emotion than this.
It's like watching paint dry.
But the lady's infected. Out.
Well, here we go. Because, like I said earlier, like because the city of Manchester is burning, all these people that lived in that town, they're all like in the surrounding woodlands now, and they're coming in fucking droves. God damn. That is definitely a typical English response right there. Oh, damn, he bounced. Damn. Seeing body scripts is making me hungry now. This guy's a right douche. Oh boy. You see, we're getting hints of what's going on here with the soldiers. But that guy who just bloody pistol whipped him with that machine gun, that's the one that I guess you could say has somewhat of a conscience.
Oh, I would hate to have that job.
Yeah, because you're out in the open, and if any of them creep up on you,
exactly. Now we all going out there.
I'm not taking that job on my own. Kiss my ass.
Now this is where we get the twist.
Yeah. Have you noticed they got all like the VCRs and TVs? So you know they've been clearly raiding. And here it comes.
That is the twist. We learn the soldiers' true intentions.
Yeah, they're just a bunch of horny motherfuckers. Oh. He's starting to piece it together. There you go. Promise them women. There's your answer.
Yeah, at first when he said that, I was like, wait, what does he mean by that? And then when he broke it down, I'm like, he said he was going to kill himself because it's their future.
This seems like a precursor to Children of Men right now. We don't know what happened in that movie.
And then I was like, oh, I see what's going on now.
Yep. Now it's pretty obvious.
They're about to S.A. in S.A. Selena and Hannah.
Yep. Pretty much.
And that's why they sent the radio broadcast out. They were hoping women would answer.
Yep. And as you see, one's like, no, I'm not gonna let you do this shit.
And this is where we learn. And this is where we learn that
the rest of the world ain't fucked.
Well, not just that, but when the world is fucked, it's not just the infected you got to worry about.
How does the old Walking Dead trailer title go? Fight the dead, fear the living. That was on season 3's trailer, if I remember correctly.
Oh yeah. Fucking Rick was like, season 1, he was like, we don't kill the living. That shit went out the window by season 2.
Well, look what he turned into in season 5. He didn't give a fuck at that point. Of course they've gone insane, dude. And this is when he says about, hey, listen, the world is not like this. Because you remember, Selena said they heard a radio report saying the last radio signal they heard was infections in Paris and New York. And then what we see later on, it's not the case. Because you think about it, I mean, if a virus broke out in this country that was similar to this, they would straight up lock the whole country down. And nobody would get in and nobody would get out. Too bad they didn't follow that rule when we actually ended up in the middle of an actual one that happened. Just saying. Creepy ass woodlands. That's the one thing I got to tell you about England, man. We got some creepy, dense woodlands. But here's what you were saying about earlier, James. The transformation of Jim. Damn, man. And yeah, I've noticed every time he's in a movie, you're going to hear him dropping the C-bomb quite a lot in any film he's in. Well, so this is where they've been shifting the bodies. Oh, there's an arm there, severed arm in the... Nice. See, look, he's not even going to think about shooting him just to end it quick. He wants to make him suffer by pig sticking him. And then gets mad at shit at his teammate because he decided to finish him quick. See what I mean?
That was important. That was crucial.
Yep. And like we said, this is the transformation of Jim coming up right here. Bit convenient his shirt came off at that point. Damn. Is he dead? And this bit coming up, this is another little crucial plot here. When he's looking at the sky and realizes, yo, there's a plane flying over above. So that there tells you it's not everywhere like the news was saying.
More. It's not everywhere. Yeah. Yeah, like England's fucked, but that's not everywhere.
Yeah, so they just locked us up. No one gets in, no one gets out. Why couldn't they have followed that 4 years ago? Oh, now she's showing emotion. Kind of.
I wasn't gonna say nothing. I was gonna leave it alone. But yeah. But even that wasn't much.
No. I mean, they don't even care that they're gonna do it to a kid either, man. But that's the problem, man. When you're in the middle of a zombie apocalypse or a rage pandemic, as I'm gonna call this, uh, morals, right and wrong, out the fucking window. Yeah, you might want to like
So, yeah,
get out.
so the plan is to essay these women and maybe potentially get them pregnant, so that way they could start the world again. You know, the world is completely fine. They're just fucking horny bastards.
Pretty much. But again, they don't know that everything's fine outside of England.
But you would think they would because they're in the military.
Yeah, but if they've been cut off from the main command because you've seen how fast this shit spreads, you got no time to react.
Right.
So
Yeah,
everything
that is true. That's a good point there.
yeah. So everything's like you got to do shit on the fly. Whatever's happening is happening. I don't know why. I don't know why. When you see him wearing that hat, it's almost like a military version of Kyle from South Park. Sticking out on his hat. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, Jim. Yeah. Get there quick, man.
I love how this
Otherwise,
cinematography. I just love
they're gonna be forever traumatized.
yeah. Look how that camera catches those raindrops, man. And yes, in England, it pisses down a lot, even in the summer.
Does it?
Yeah, because we're near the northern hemisphere.
Yeah, some of it looks kind of fake.
Yeah. This must be they must have filmed this on the day when it wasn't raining.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, man, when it rains here, it rains.
When it rains, it pours.
Yeah, because I remember last summer, the rain lasted for about 2.5 months without stop. See where his eyes rolled at the back of his head?
You gotta be kidding me. Wait. You said 2 months without stopping in rain?
Yeah, in certain parts of England, yeah, we had floods.
That is crazy.
Welcome to England, dude. That bit when you saw Jim, then you see the way his eyes were rolled at the back of his head.
I literally just missed it. I looked down for a second.
Yeah, he was doing Undertaker.
Shout out to the Undertaker, by the way. Saw his interview with Chris Van Fleet. Great interview.
I need to check that out.
Still trying to get used to him being on podcasts and stuff. It's still weird to see
Him not being the Undertaker, just him being Mark.
Yeah. I'm so used to him being Undertaker. Still, it's been like 4 years since he retired, but it's weird.
I know, because everybody's because he always maintained character no matter what. Well, that guy's dead.
Oh yeah, seeing Jim get these soldiers is so satisfying.
Yeah, and the way he's doing it
But
too. Oh, here comes
fuck these guys.
Yeah, fuck him. The only soldier I feel sorry for is the one that's infected, and that's it. I swear I heard that Rage Zombie say motherfucker.
Hilarious.
That was a naked infected there. What the hell? I mean, this bit coming up, like when he frees that infected soldier, the way he locks eyes with him is almost like he's thinking, "Hey, cool, you set me free. Now I got a score to settle."
Right, like they have that, like, and doesn't like one of
Yeah.
them like stare into while infected, kind of like stare into a mirror and they look at themselves.
Yeah, that's coming up in a minute. But you saw the way he looked at Jim when he set him free?
Yeah, yeah, like there was a moment there, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, appreciate it. Thanks.
Yeah. Just don't come near me if I see you.
Right.
Because I can't control myself with this rage. Imagine that. Imagine this. You're aware you can't do shit, though, because you're on autopilot. It's the same thing with The Last of Us. You're on autopilot and you can't do nothing. You're just a passenger.
Sounds like oh, no, I was gonna make a dirty joke. Never mind.
I know where you're going, but I'll leave it there. Oh, this is a nice little moment coming up.
And then we're about to get that classic 28 Days Later theme.
You know that theme is so fucking iconic. It is used on TV adverts. It's used on trailers for other films. It's one of the main.
They use it for everywhere.
Yeah, it's now one of the main theme songs for that Metro video game. And oh shit! I heard the way she acted. Wow! I'm like, what?
Oh, I just saw it. Yeah, I'm just now there, but yeah, whoa! Like, oh my god.
Hold on, I'll pause it. I'll just pause it at the part where we just puked
I
on one of them.
feel fine, really. Okay, I think he just puked on him.
Yeah, and it's ironic. I just paused it and the guy's staring right at me. Well, I'm going to pause it now. I can't have that guy staring at me like that with those fucking eyes. I can't do it. And watch how quick he turns. He's just puked on and...
Yeah, like I said, it takes 10, 15 seconds.
Yep. There's that twat Mitchell. He's screaming like a bitch.
Yep, there it is.
Another British insult. Yeah, soppy cunt! There's this classic theme. I have this on my...
It's a great theme. It's a great theme.
Yeah. If they don't have it in the new one, I'm going to be upset.
Oh, they got... Well, yeah, I mean, it's in 28 weeks later, is it?
Yeah, John Murphy was the guy that did the music for both films. So they got to get him back. Oh, that guy's screaming horrifically.
I'm certain he'll be back for the third film. You gotta have him. It's like John Carpenter doing the Halloween films. Like you gotta.
Yeah, you got to. Did you see the way Jim was smiling in the window when he saw that guy getting torn apart?
I would.
He was enjoying it, and I
would. I'm like, fuck these guys.
Yeah. I don't know if you could say the same for this guy that was hiding. I mean, like, he wasn't like... I mean, I know he's one of the soldiers, but...
Guilt by association.
Yeah. And he ran right into it. The way Jim looks. Right here. Look at that. It's like he's become one of them.
Well, it also kind of shows that when pushed, like when pushed, like humans, we could be just as animalistic as the infected.
Yeah.
But that's what he's trying to show us here.
Yeah.
Because
yes,
because there's a moment where Selena doesn't know if it's Jim or if he's infected.
Yeah, because he's in that silhouette. And yes, this mansion and a couple other mansions do have those like secret doors that's hidden amongst the paintings like that. Trust me, I've been in a few when I go to those carnival events.
What I love about this theme, it just how much it just builds as it keeps going.
Yeah, the guitar in and just it just sets it perfectly, bro. Here's that bit you were talking about with the mirror. I got a bit of an echo, but yeah,
Yes, like I thought this was very interesting. That
it's
was
like he
very
doesn't.
interesting to have the effect to do that.
It's like he doesn't like what he sees.
Like he doesn't, yeah, right. He does not like what he's seeing. Like you say, he's like on autopilot.
Yeah. I mean, here it comes right now. I'll let you guys try and decipher what's going through his head here.
Yes, I just kind of get a look at like internally he's still human, but it's like he's like he just can't control it.
Can't help
I
but
thought
feel
that
the
was
laugh.
a really interesting touch there.
I'm gonna go ahead and
Get
say it.
in the
Was
gym,
inspired by this.
girl. Damn, her arms was shaking and shit.
I know, right? But I'm saying, Last of Us was inspired by this movie, the way they are.
Oh, clearly.
Yeah. And yeah, we know season 2's coming up. They say it's going to be going for at least 2 or 3 more seasons after that. What?
Yeah, fuck you.
Well, you're done, dude.
Yeah, kill them all.
Good King 810 song, by the way. Their attacks are so animalistic.
Like, we really don't see what they do, but you get an idea.
Yeah. Oh, this coming up.
Oh,
And
this was brutal. This was brutal.
I know you hate things involving eyes.
Yeah, this was brutal.
And you want to hear something crazy? I did listen to the audio commentary. Killian Murphy actually did put his fingers deep in this guy's eye sockets.
How can you do that without killing him?
I don't know, but that is what happened. I did hear the commentary to this.
Was he ripping? Was he ripping you?
No, this shit went. He didn't put his. You can put your thumbs in the eye sockets, but you can't go all the way in because you will pop them. It can be
Oh, damn.
done.
Okay. Well, that's commitment. That's commitment then.
Yeah. Because, I mean, look, when you see this.
Brutal.
Not screaming doesn't help.
Oh, I can see it, yeah.
Yeah, see? Ugh. Fuck that. Just shoot me at this point. And just think we see more eye gouging in a future movie.
And I love the callback where say it'll take a heartbeat. I would kill you in a heartbeat, and yeah, I love how it came back to that.
Boom.
I just love shit like that when it comes full circle. Yeah. That was awesome. That was great. To see them all, they had to see them all get fucked up.
Music was good too.
Well, the music definitely helps. Now we gotta get Hannah's. The high ass out of here.
You crack me in the back of the head with a vase. We're gonna have problems. Oh man.
Man, I was like, oh man, if I didn't love you, oh my god, man, oh god.
Like I said, there'd be problems. And this twat.
Now there is, ain't there like an alternate ending where Jim actually does die?
There were two different endings actually. One of them was filmed and one of them wasn't. The one you just mentioned, that was one of the endings where he did die on a hospital bed. So it's kind of like a full circle for him. The other ending, which is on the special features, is that scientist you saw at the start of the movie, they go to that lab. He is still alive. And even Frank, who's infected, is still alive. The plan is that they drain all of the blood that Jim has and transfer his blood into Frank. And Frank's infected blood is transferred into Jim's. Therefore, Jim is infected and Frank is 100% fine.
Oh.
So that was the other ending, yeah. But they never got a chance to film it.
Interesting.
Maybe they'll explore that in the new one. But in all honesty, you could have just ended it here. And then just have that.
You could have. You honestly could have. I thought that was going to be the ending of the movie.
Yeah, I thought that was it. They did use some of that other ending here, which you're looking at right now, but they never went completely through with it.
Oh, okay.
So they filmed this instead because they felt that they didn't want a bleak ending. But you know me.
I felt that, they probably felt they want to give it a positive ending, but...
Yeah, but for me, in a zombie film, it's risky to have an upbeat ending, especially when...
It's very risky.
Yeah, especially when you know the world's not going to be back to normal. But for this movie, I'll make an exception because we know the rest of the world is fine. It's just England. Oh, a sewing kit. That's the thing. I was actually thinking about buying myself a sewing kit so I can learn how to make my own costumes for the carnival stuff.
And where does obviously the infected starting to starve to death?
Yeah, it's been another month. Because if you think about it, these people, when they're infected, they have total disregard for themselves. So they don't eat. That's why they look like skin and bones right there.
See, they're well supplied.
They must be somewhere in Scotland.
So, where does 28 Weeks take place in? I remember, like that took place in America. No, it doesn't.
No. 28 Weeks later is still in England, but it takes place 6 months after the events of this.
6 months, okay. And then if I remember correctly, the plot of the movie is where it's starting to become normal again, and then something happens, right? Okay.
Yeah, one of them is like an evolved carrier. This person has the infection, but doesn't show signs of it, but is still capable of infecting through saliva or whatnot.
Yeah.
Well, we'll get to that when we get there.
But they chose for the upbeat ending, and I'm like, okay. I mean, I'll accept it. I would have rather just ended it with, like I said, when they just rammed the gate and said 28 days later. But
yeah,
like this could have been another alternate ending.
Yeah, but the crazy shit is, when this movie ended, I thought this was just going to be a one-shot deal. I never imagined they would do a second one.
Well, once you make money, it's gonna.
I know, but the way it ended, you think, okay, it's done.
I know. Trust me, you're preaching to the choir.
But I'll tell you what, I'm not mad at the fact that they did another one. In fact, I actually fucking welcomed it. Because I remember going into the cinema and I see this teaser poster of a blood-splattered Biohazard logo, and all it said was, "It's back." And I knew right away what it was, and I was like, fuck yeah, let's go. So there you go.
Well, folks, there you have it. That was 28 days later, and yeah, it's still a good movie. Still,
Oh yeah, just a damn good movie. I mean, like again, like I said, I was one of those that was lucky enough to see this in the cinema when it first came out. I was 18 back then, and I just remember just being blown away by it. It was a slow burner, yeah, but I still had fun watching it. I loved the
well,
way,
it's worth it in the end. It's worth it at the end.
yeah, I loved the way you got to know the characters. I loved the cinematography of this. Just for me, it just hit the right notes. And plus, again, this movie was responsible for single-handedly, in a way, bringing back a lot of the zombie stuff. Because after this movie, look what came after it.
Dawn of the Dead.
Yep, Dawn of the Dead. Then you had The Walking Dead, the comic books, and a whole heap of other stuff. And then they did a sequel to this 5 years later, called 28 Weeks Later, and I really enjoyed the shit out of that one too. And here we are now, what, 18 years later. I was like 23 when the second one came out. I'm gonna be fucking 41 when the next one comes out next summer. But that aside, this was a fun movie. Really enjoyed it, and I'm happy as hell that I got to see it again. And I'm just happy that they're finally making another one after all these years. So yeah, this I'm gonna give it I'll give it 9 out of 10 because it was just a fun, intriguing story, and it's one of them movies that still holds up even today, 24 years on. Even if the camera footage looks old, it still holds out today. And I enjoy it.
Yeah, that's kind of my maybe my one nitpick of this film. Like the camera does age this film greatly. Like you could tell it was made in 2002, but it looks like it was made in 1992.
Yeah, pretty much.
But I really dug. The plot. I really dug the cinematography, and I really dug how different they made. It's a quote unquote zombie film, but they made it a little bit different, which works. Yeah, I thought the cast was really good. I thought the makeup effects and how they made the infected look and how they made them execute was really effective. And that third act made it all worth it. Like I said, if you're gonna have a slow burn film, like I said, you gotta have to give us characters we actually care about. And once we actually it's like a roller coaster. Like once you're building and building and building, and once you get to that peak, then that's when you really gotta. And then once the roller coaster begins, it has to be amazing. And I thought that third act was great. Yeah, I enjoyed this film. I definitely enjoyed this film. I would give it an 8 out of 10, for sure. And yeah, 28 days later, thumbs up.
Okay, before we reveal our next film, I mean, I've got to go into this, like, play a little bit of devil's advocate here. What are you expecting to see in the next one? Because think about it, it's going to be 28 years since the events of the first two movies. Where do you think we're going to go with it?
Well, I want to see what Jim, Selena, and Hannah has been up to since the events of this. I mean, did Jim and Selena actually become a couple? Did they have a family? Or like, what's up with Hannah and all that stuff? I mean, like how has civilization changed since? Has it gotten better? Has it gotten worse? How have they been able to survive all these years? Like a lot of those questions I really want to see answered. We're really going to do no bullshit about. You said it's the start of a trilogy. Hope I don't do no bullshit about like Jim tells us in a monologue. Well, Selena and Hannah died. We was out traveling and some shit. I really would hate that. But
They might do an Alien 3 on us with those characters. Yeah, I'm
yeah,
worried about that.
they go Alien 3 or Paul. Don't bring that movie up. But
That's something else I got to get to as well.
no,
Alien
fuck, we don't. Oh, I thought you meant okay. Alien Romulus. Okay.
Yeah.
As someone that hates the Alien franchise for what it's become, I will say the trailer did have some old school Alien vibes. Not Aliens, but the 1979 Alien vibes. It feels more like Alien than fucking Alien Covenant did.
Yeah.
I will give it that. I'm still on the defensive. I'm still not sure, but I like the trailer. There you go.
Yeah, I mean, because you got Freddy Alvarez doing it. And this is the guy that did Evil Dead. So a lot of people have been saying like he's like the perfect guy to touch this movie. In terms of the story, I know it takes place after the first and before the second. And it's funny because the film director said one of his inspirations to create the story for these characters is, you remember that deleted scene we saw on Aliens where you see those kids? I guess, in a way, he said to himself, if I want to do an Alien movie, I want to do a story that's involving those type of young characters and what they go through. So maybe that was his jumping point for the story he wanted to tell.
Mm-hmm.
But think about this too. This is also the first Alien movie that does not involve David Giller. And you can clearly see what they've done. It's not had zero involvement in it. Yes, Ridley Scott's producing it, but that's all he's doing. It's Rodeo Sterigis writing the story along with Fred Alvarez. This is completely their film.
But yeah, I don't mind the trailer. I'm still defensive, but it's a good trailer. So there you go.
Cool. That's cool.
All right. So, Friday, episode 92 of the Primetime Gorehounds will be Karate Kid. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm telling you, I'm sore as fuck right now. So I'm just like, no need for the theatrics. I'm just letting y'all. I'm just getting straight to the point. It's the Karate Kid.
All right, so we're going to be going completely 180 here, folks. We're going to be doing something that's completely non-horror, but it's a classic movie either way. So, well, in that case, then if you're going to be doing that, I'm going to have to answer with one of my own now, haven't I? Let me set the table up. So it goes like this. The movie I'm going to be picking. This movie came out in 1990, back in, 34 years ago, and I was lucky enough to see this movie in the cinema when I was a kid at 6 years old. Now, the franchise as a whole has been around for 40 years. Karate Kid.
Oh, no.
Hold on. And I've seen all 7 of these movies in the cinema, including the recent one that came out last year. And James, you know how much I enjoyed this particular lot because you know I got this lot tattooed on my arm.
Yeah.
So, folks, because I ain't watched it for a long while and I need an excuse to watch it, so fuck it. My next pick is going to be the 1990s original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Cool. Hey, I'm all for that. Definitely all for that. So there you have it, folks. Primetime Gorehounds. Gonna go watch 2 movies that doesn't really have gore in it at all. Funny enough. But yeah, Karate Kid and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the original, from 1990. That's the one with Corey Feldman, right?
Yeah, he did the voiceover for Donatello, and he didn't come back until the third one.
Right. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
and has
Cool.
Alice Coates as Casey Jones. Well,
Okay.
and also I have to put it out there, the original movie, and a lot of people say this, man. The original movie is the one that is the closest it will ever get to being close to the comic book source material. And don't get me wrong, I enjoyed the other movies that came afterwards. I mean, like I said, I've seen all 7. I got all 7, but the original is you can't top that.
This is true. This is true. All right. So I gotta go fucking get a massage or something. All right. So this is Primetime Gorehounds. Hopefully everyone has enjoyed this episode 91 of watching 28 Days Later. Please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. And Paul, tell people where they can find you.
All right. Well, if you're on Facebook, type in Paul Burt's Photography Corner. You'll find all my photos on there. I just recently posted up some photos of metal concert stuff. You can also find me on Twitch. I haven't been streaming for a while because I've been busy with everything else. And just recently, I've been dipping my toes into another social media platform where I've posted my photos. You can find me also on Blue Sky.
Nice. Okay. Well, and of course, you can find me on Primetime Collective, where I do my wrestling commentaries. And you can find me here on Primetime Movie Network. And you can also find me on Primetime James Thomas, which is my professional wrestling channel. I will upload a new match later today or tomorrow. And it was a match I had last night, which is why I'm so goddamn sore today. Well, I actually had 2 matches. 2 matches last night, actually.
Back. Damn.
Yeah, so that's why my body's fucked up. So yeah, I had 2 matches. It was a battle royal, but I did a lot of shit in that battle royal. Oh my god. And by the way, I'm just saying. I was the biggest heel in the building. I had the loudest boos all night long. Okay, listen, I know how to be a heel.
But, life's cool when you're the bad guy.
It is cool. Yes, it is. But yes, indeed. So, yes, be on the lookout for that. And like I said, on Friday will be the Karate Kid, and I will do a Monday Night Raw live commentary tomorrow night as well. Paul, thumbs up, thumbs down on the Wyatt 6, and it's first night.
Oh man, like I watched the segment on YouTube, and I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I fucking loved it. I had goosebumps, and this is coming from someone who has a background in acting and someone who appreciates the theatrics and the costume design and that. You know me, guys. You know me as well, James. You know I've been doing that whole thing with costume and carnival stuff. You know I've been really diving into that stuff. So that's the one thing about these characters I can appreciate. And one of the things I've noticed about this version of the Wyatt Stick is that they don't have a lot of that supernatural stuff. I had a bit of a Devil's Reject vibe with these guys, especially when you see all these bodies all fucking laid out.
Well, they say that's the plan make it more grounded in reality. Which, to be honest, that's what they should have fucking done with the Wyatts in the first place. But yeah, but that's the plan.
Well, like I said, for a first-time impression, someone who is into that kind of shit, bro, I fucking love it, and I'm looking forward to seeing where they go with it. As long as they don't fuck it up or go in some bullshit direction. But so far, very good start. Completely invested. I'm all in.
All right, good to know. All right, y'all. So we're gonna go ahead and get on out of here. Hopefully, everyone has a great Sunday night and enjoy the summer weather. You know, the weather is hot and the women are dressing less. Absolutely, yes, they are. So I am Primetime James Thomas here with the Gorehound himself, Paul Burt. Thank you for hanging out with us, and we'll see y'all on Friday for the Karate Kid. And we are out. Peace.
We're here.